Hello and welcome to Aurei Plays 7 Billion Humans. This is episode 58. Um, we're gonna see if we can get something done on the sorting floor. If I recall correctly, yeah, this was the one that stumped me in the beginning and I needed some help to actually get to it. So I'm very interested to see like how the optimization stuff is going. Because it was so problematic, I'm gonna be extra careful and just copy this over and paste it in. And let's just run it and see. Yeah, okay. So so the problem is we're doing one person and yeah. Okay. So instruction wise, if we could shave 20 or so, it would be fine. Let's see. So the problematic thing is that, yeah, we're often doing like 3 steps or doing. So I guess there's gonna be a better solution, right? One that is more just a little bit more simple, I guess. Maybe simple is not the right word, but so can we? Maybe what the first thing is we want to check is if we can do this. Like what happens? Oh wait, what happens if? Well, yeah. So I guess. Hmm. So do we want to do something in place is the question. Like my guess is that there is a solution for which the in place option works fine. So basically if we sort of approach it like a sliding puzzle, like how would we be able to do that? It's because that's basically what it is then, right? If you have two people and you look at how they move, then yeah, then it's sort of like a sliding puzzle. So maybe that's an approach we want to take. Yeah, I don't know. So let's just check out how far we are off, right? Oh, yeah, never mind. So this is not gonna, no, that's not gonna do anything. But I didn't expect it to. I think I'm just gonna clear this, and we're gonna think, like for the speed challenge, we need 5 of them to do something, right? It's not gonna work if it's just a one. That's just gonna be too slow. I'm just gonna verify that. But this is a fairly, this should be an okay way to do it if you're alone. And yeah, if it's, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess like instruction wise, so the fact that it takes 48 and like we're not even that far off from the best speed, right? So that's maybe a sign that something is up, right? My guess is that we still want to do something with all of them, but how? So let's see. So let's start with them moving up 3 steps. Okay. So basically what you want to know is your current spot, should you be able to move that, right? That's sort of the trick. And basically, so if everyone manages to find a block that they can pick up, then it would be okay to... Yeah. And okay, so and another thing is that we might want to do like a two-pass thing, right? So if we sort these and then sort along another axis, something like that. That's another way we could have it go. But I guess like if we... Okay, so basically when you're standing somewhere, what you want to do is for each there, we want to save where we're currently at, right? And I guess we want to check like these, right? So if that particular direction is a cube and that cube is larger than what I have here, then we want to swap them. Yeah, okay, so one of the issues with this approach is that it could be that you can't make a local swap, right? So you end up with a situation where there's one here and one here. They should be swapped, but we don't know. Let me just revisit my solution for the previous one. Right, so what did we do here? We did end up doing just the in-place swaps for all of them. We could do that, right? We could say, hey, remember the spot you're at and try to do in-place swaps. It's still not really what you want, but I mean, so we could, like, can we not use the approach that we have? Wait, well, yeah, here we did the same thing, right? So we're just doing in-place swaps all the way. So what about we all try to have them be like the center person? So in that sense, like if you would do that, it would be fine. see. Okay, so let's see what happens if this is what we do. Let's just base, yep, and so these two we can get rid of, but then the problem is that we all want them to yeah, so we want them to go to the center, right? So if basically let's figure it out. So if here is so if above is nothing and to the right is a worker, then we want to step that direction. Yeah, I guess we're so what we could do is we could walk up, we could do a full scan, right? We could pick up the lowest and place it down here. And that just works like the same. Like that's totally fine, right? It's just a process of bringing them up. That could be complicated then. But I'm still sort of stuck on the notion that if we have 5 people, we have 9 cubes. That's just it just matches in the right way, right? You want to have them all pick something up, which creates space for them to move around, which is the tricky part. Yeah, so that is probably and then we need to figure out sort of the sorting strategy. I mean, so what we could do is we could do something sort of randomized, right? Well, no, we can't do something randomized because that also gives issues with them walking off the platform, right? That's the other thing. So yeah, let's just try something in place where they pick their stuff up. So let's start with 3 steps up. And I guess what they could be doing is yeah, let's just try it. Let's just start with picking up something, right? And then for each direction, So, given that you pick up five cubes right here, right? So the issue is also that we don't really have a stop condition if we do this, right? If we do some sort of randomized strategy, that's kind of tricky. Okay, so what if we start with sorting the lines top to bottom? Does that help us anything? I guess like if we repeated that process a couple of times, that would be fine. We could use these four to sort these lines fully, right? That would be totally possible. I think. Yeah, so I'm really struggling here with finding out the right approach, right? This is both for for speed. I guess it's clear that that you would need to use all five of the people. So how do you use them? So basically, sort of by pigeonholing, right? So if we pick up five, that means that one of the ones that got picked up is the correct spot for one that is currently picked up. That's sort of key, right? Um, but we don't really have a way to do something with that. I guess and also the way that, yeah, is there something we can do here that makes sense? I'm not sure we can, right? Because we always want to do like 3 steps down, 3 steps up. And I guess you could, yeah, I don't know how you could codify that more efficiently. I guess what you could do is instead of doing 3 steps down, you could like build it up in the way that you go like, oh, we'll do this, but like what I mean that by that is we could, for example, pick them up like one and then scan this. No, we actually couldn't do that because we're not picking them up in a particular order, right? So I'm not sure. It's really like this one is going to be the one that probably, if anything, this is the one I'll have to look up. This solution, like, it works, but it's not gonna, like, we might be able to get it to the to an instruction count optimum, but I highly doubt it, right? That's why is there, interesting. Yeah, there's some, okay, weird. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I've thought about this a little bit. It's back in my mind. we'll do some of the other puzzles with like this puzzle in mind, and maybe we'll get some inspiration for it. So I am gonna cut this episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.